So Chelsea versus Arsenal at the Bridge, a Carabao Cup semi-final, and let's be honest, guys, it didn't go how we wanted, or at least it didn't go the way we hoped it would go. And Chelsea lost to Arsenal at home. Arsenal live with a one goal advantage, and yet somehow weirdly, I don't come away from this game feeling completely deflated because context also matters. Yeah, no Palmer, no Rhys James, no Gusto, no Caicedo, no Delap, no not even Gittins. And meanwhile, Arsenal came full strength, no excuses, no rotation, the strongest starting 11 possible. And so, yes, losing at home hurts, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna take anything. I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat anything. It really hurt that Arsenal came to the bridge and won, and we've not won Arsenal at the bridge in nearly 8 years, if not 8 years. So, but it wasn't a complete collapse. Yeah, this was a game that swung on moments, and one man in particular. So let's start with how Liam Rosenior set up Chelsea. Given the absences, this was always going to be a patchwork Chelsea side, and Rosenior stuck with his principles. Yeah, playing out from the back, brave in possession, trust young and technical players, and accept risk against elite oppositions. And that alone just told me everything. That it's not just it wasn't just in the game to survive. It was there to impose ideas and even early. And when you do that against arguably the best pressing teams in Europe, you better have your goalkeeper locked in, and that's where things fell apart. Because I just want to say one thing here without sugarcoating anything. Sanchez just gifted Arsenal 2 goals when we needed him the most. He's been the most improved player, Chelsea player for the whole of 2025. Okay, but then when we needed him the most, it turned out to be the one who put Chelsea to the sword. And it's just as simple as that. So I'm going to say thank you, Sanchez, for that howler that you dropped yesterday in the game. Okay, I'm not going to misjudge the situation. I'm not going to. It just came and made the game harder for a team already missing half of its spine. Okay, yes, Rosinov says that he's asking Sanchez to do something new. Yes, he took responsibility publicly, but fans are not stupid. Okay, we're allowed to call it what it is, and when the margin is this fine, your goalkeeper cannot be the weak link. So yeah, thank you, Sanchez. I really, really appreciate and thank you from the bottom of my heart for that you did yesterday during the game. Okay, and let's talk about the Arsenal first goal because I'm still confused. Inside the box, yeah, there was clear pushing and shoving. You could see Trossard pushing Sanchez and trying to knock him off balance. And then Gyökeres was in an offside position, right in the proximity of the ball, and VAR doesn't even look at it. 2 nights earlier in the Man City versus Newcastle game, a goal was ruled out for exactly that same kind of interference. And it leaves me with the question, which is which, yeah? Because referee and VAR keep changing the rules week in, week out, and fans are tired. I for one, I'm tired already, okay? Because every week we are seeing the goalpost being moved. It's either an offside interference or it's not. So which is which? You guys need to stand with one decision and stick with it. You can't keep flipping the script because it's really, really, really confusing. Against Man City, we saw something like that. A goal ruled out because Haaland was in an offside position, and this one, Gyökeres was in an offside position, and the ball went into the net in close proximity, and nothing was adjudged to be off. So let's just talk about what went wrong in this game because let's be fair, yeah? Individual error killed us in this game. Inexperience in key moments, goalkeeper uncertainty. Because whenever you see Sanchez come out and you see him blinking non-stop, you just know that something is about to happen. Losing control in crucial moments was what cost Chelsea, was what went wrong in this game. Okay, and it wasn't just completely an L because the effort, the intensity, bravery, and belief from this Chelsea side, despite missing out or missing half of its spine, okay, Chelsea did not just they didn't roll over. Okay, Chelsea didn't roll over. They competed, they reacted, and stayed in the tie, and that's what matters for me. And then we're also going to talk about Enzo Fernandez because this game today showed two sides of Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez played in a deep line position today in a double pivot with Santos and him. Okay, the game perfectly revealed Enzo Fernandez how good he is on the ball. When he's with the ball, I don't think there's anyone better than Enzo Fernandez in the midfield in the Premier League. He's exceptional. He's resistant and very, very progressive with the ball. And most importantly, he's so composed when he's got the ball. But when he's off the ball, he gets outrun, caught in transition, and exposed physically. Today, the midfield for Chelsea got overrun by the midfield trio of Odegaard, Zubimendi, and Declan Rice. You could see the clear difference in physicality, in physical dominance. They were more superior to Chelsea. Okay, and this is a big question where Liam Rosenior has to answer because Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo gives you balance and dominance on the ball, while Caicedo and Santos gives you physical dominance. So Enzo Fernandez and Santos today gives you control, but the risk today was there, and they outran Chelsea in the midfield. There is no perfect answer, but Rosino has to decide what trade-off he wants and what he's going to go with. And then we'll also talk about the brightest on the pitch yesterday, which was Estêvão. Okay, it was absolutely electric. Everything good that Chelsea had yesterday went through Estêvão. It ran the show, ran Julian Timber ragged, took responsibility, caused Timber serious problems, and looked fearless. He kept on going. The attack kept going through Estêvão. Sometimes you see Estêvão drop deep to collect, ask for the ball, and then it starts to make his run and all that. At times, he was the only player making Arsenal uncomfortable. And that boy is so special. So I still don't understand why they're still trying to protect and watch his minutes. Okay, and under Rosino, it looks like a player trusted to express himself. And I'll also talk about Garnacho super sub. Okay, he came on in the second half and 2 goals, boom. The first one was very calm and collected, but the second one was everything for me. The half volley. Okay, and those 2 goals is giving Chelsea. I feel like it's giving Chelsea a glimmer of hope because even though we've not been able to beat this Arsenal side in a very long time, I still think that because the goal margin is very slim, I think that Chelsea can still go there and do something. Hopefully, we have our full squad back. Okay, so whatever you think about Garnacho long term, last night it changed the game, and that's what the bench players are supposed to be able to do. And then Rosino came on after the press and during the press and said that he didn't throw Sanchez under the bus. Okay, he didn't hide behind injuries. He didn't even ask for time. He said the team are good enough to win now, and that's leadership for me. On playing out from the back, he said he's proud of the players and that it just took responsibilities. It took away blames and all that away from the players. Okay, mistakes won't get you dropped. Fear won't be rewarded. Courage is what is non-negotiable, and that's what Rosino is demanding from the players. On injuries, he explained that the game was too early for Palmer, and Rhys James has a whack in his waist, or hips rather, ill players were kept away to avoid spreading, and that's the coach thinking long term, not emotionally. So I'll just give you my final thoughts on this. Chelsea are still in this tie. For those of you who think that it's over, I don't think it is, because if we have Arsenal didn't really play very well, even with their full squad and all that. So I believe that if we have our full squad, we go to the Emirates Stadium in 3 weeks' time. I think that we should be able to go toe to toe with them, because then we'll have Caicedo back in the midfield, and probably we can mix with Caicedo and Enzo, or Caicedo and Rich James, and then that will help Chelsea, okay, be able to compete better in the midfield. And then we'll also have Palmer and Delap and all that. So because Gil up front was just not it, you could still see the rawness in Gil. Okay, so this wasn't total disaster. It was just a lesson, and under Liam Rosenior, it feels like lesson might actually lead somewhere. Let me know what you guys think about everything that I've said in the comment section below. I want to know who your best player on the pitch was for the game last night, and let me know what you guys think about everything that Liam Rosenior said in the presser. And don't forget to like and share this video, because that's the only way you can help this channel grow, and most importantly, turn on the notification bell so that you are aware or notified as soon as I put a video out there. If there's anything that comes up between now and the next game for Chelsea, which is on a Saturday against Brentford, I'll be here to share with you guys. But until then, it's Chelsea first, rivals next. Peace.